Imagine losing something of great material value. Some people are robbed, burgled, or face such severe financial difficulties that they never manage to recover or prosper again. It's easy to think this is just about money and may seem like a superficial loss compared to other situations, but for many people, this loss cuts much deeper. For them, it feels like losing the only chance they had in life or even the ability to realize their dreams. Think about all the work, time, and dedication invested in acquiring or building something that was stolen or destroyed in a matter of minutes. It's devastating. So, how can Stoicism help us in this situation? It doesn't matter if your car was stolen, you were unjustly fired from a great job, or your business closed for some reason. This doesn't condemn you to live trapped in the past forever. To overcome this, the first step is to practice what the Stoics call amor fati, or acceptance of your fate. We cannot change the past, so it's useless to spend energy dwelling on what we could have done differently. Seneca reminds us that people suffer more in imagination than in reality. This happens because, in our minds, we analyze each situation with all our emotional baggage instead of seeing things impartially, as they really are. A job, no matter how good, is something transient in our lives. We can change professions, stop identifying with what we chose to do 10 or 20 years ago, and still remain who we are. No matter how much we have attached ourselves to a material possession like a car or a house, these things do not represent our value, nor are they the source of our self-confidence. The same applies to a business. Holding on to the past won't change the situation. As an entrepreneur, you can train your eye to identify unmet needs in the market and start offering a product or service that meets that demand. Accepting what has happened to us means understanding that some things are beyond our control, and even with caution and prudence, undesirable events can happen for no specific reason. When we are robbed or harmed, we feel the urge to take justice into our own hands. For the Stoics, our desire for revenge or retaliation stems from attachment to external things and a lack of understanding of life's transience. For example, if our cell phone or car is stolen, we direct our vengeance at a specific person. The same happens if we are fired due to a colleague's actions. However, consider the recent pandemic that led to the closure of hundreds of businesses without a specific target to blame or seek revenge. Practicing amor fati means understanding that things simply happen, and unfortunately, sometimes to us. This understanding frees us to move forward. If we don't accept this, we get stuck in the situation and don't progress, living in the past. Focusing on the past or on revenge consumes our energy in something we cannot control. Moreover, anger, resentment, and the feeling of injustice take an emotional and mental toll. Robert Allen, a famous American writer, said, "No thought lives rent-free in your head. All thoughts are investments or costs. They either move you toward happiness and success or away from them. They either strengthen you or weaken you. To regain your balance and rebuild, it is essential to accept what happened and move forward, trying to make the best of the situation." The Stoics call this wisdom the art of acquiescence, which means accepting rather than fighting against. All we really have is the present and our ability to deal with it. Broken heart. Love, it arises naturally, almost like an instinct. Suddenly, a feeling blossoms, and our bodies begin to produce chemicals that make us feel incredibly good. Before we know it, the beloved person occupies all our thoughts. However, after the famous honeymoon phase, this intensity of feeling starts to cool down. It's at this moment that we begin to see the other as they truly are, and maintaining love requires dedication and effort. Sometimes, love fades away. This doesn't mean we've lost the ability to love. If we don't resolve the problems and conflicts as they arise, love can wear down until it completely disappears. When love ends, only one person inevitably suffers. How can we deal with the end of a relationship? There is no going back. Even though we can't magically make the pain disappear, starting to change some of the wrong ideas we have and accepting the reality of separation can help us feel a bit better. Let's talk about some of these beliefs and how to change them with Stoic wisdom. First, we need to understand that love is not under our control. It happens naturally, and sometimes, no matter how hard we try, it can end. Acceptance is fundamental. Accepting that the separation has happened and that pain is part of the healing process is the first step to moving forward. Understanding that love can end despite our efforts helps us accept the reality and begin the healing process. The wisdom of the Stoics teaches us to embrace this reality and find peace in acceptance, allowing us to move on and grow from the experience. Furthermore, it is crucial to remember that our happiness does not depend solely on a single person. The Stoics teach us that true happiness comes from virtue, something within our reach. Relationships are important, but we should not place all our happiness in them. Another mistaken belief is thinking we can control the feelings of those around us. Everyone has a unique way of expressing and receiving love. Some people prefer affectionate words, others physical displays of affection, while others value gestures of care and spending quality time together. In relationships, it is important to understand and respect these differences while also taking care of our own needs. Often, without realizing it, we treat people as if they were our property, which can lead to feelings of jealousy and frustration when expectations are not met. It is fundamental to remember that no one belongs to another person. Our only true possessions are our abilities to think and choose. Understanding these principles frees us from emotional chains and allows us to build healthier and more fulfilling relationships. Although the end of a relationship can bring intense pain, with time and reflection, we can overcome it and move forward. Sometimes, we need a more personal and nurturing approach to face the emotional challenges that arise in difficult times. Time is a powerful ally in the journey of emotional healing. Our lives are in constant flux, and it is natural for both joy and pain to alternate in this eternal cycle. Recognizing that happiness comes from within and that we cannot control others' emotions helps us cultivate a more balanced perspective. This understanding enables us to form deeper connections based on mutual respect and autonomy, leading to more enduring and satisfying relationships. When we face a breakup, when we face the end of a relationship, it's normal to feel lost and overwhelmed. However, it's important to recognize that pain is an inherent part of the healing process. Avoiding these feelings only prolongs the suffering. Instead, we should embrace our vulnerability and allow the tears to flow freely, thus honoring our process of healing. In moments of anguish, many of us turn to unhealthy coping mechanisms, such as substance use or evasive behaviors. However, these temporary solutions do not offer true healing, they only mask the pain, leaving unresolved issues behind. Stoic teachings on impermanence. The teachings of the Stoics invite us to recognize the impermanence of everything around us, including relationships. While it is painful to accept the end of a significant connection, it is also an opportunity to cultivate gratitude for the moments shared and the personal growth that emerged from the experience. So, when facing a broken heart, remember, I will overcome life's challenges. The illusion of control. We often make the mistake of believing we can control the feelings of those around us. However, according to Stoic teachings, it is essential to recognize that we do not have control over how others feel. We need to accept this reality to find inner peace. Everyone has a unique way of expressing and receiving love. Some prefer affectionate words, others physical displays of affection, while others value gestures of care and quality time spent together. In relationships, it is important to understand and respect these differences while also taking care of our own needs. Understanding that we cannot control others' emotions helps us cultivate a more balanced perspective. This understanding enables us to form deeper connections based on mutual respect and autonomy, leading to more enduring and satisfying relationships. Common misconceptions about happiness. Another common misconception is believing that our happiness depends solely on one person. The Stoics teach us that true happiness comes from virtue, something that is within our reach. While relationships are important, we should not place all our happiness in them. Sometimes, without realizing it, we treat people as if they were our property. This can lead to feelings of jealousy and frustration when our expectations are not met. However, it is fundamental to remember that no one belongs to another person. Our only true possessions are our abilities to think and choose. Understanding these principles frees us from emotional chains and allows us to build healthier and more fulfilling relationships. Moving forward after a breakup. Although the end of a relationship can bring intense pain, with time and reflection, we can overcome it and move forward. I understand that sometimes we need a more personal and nurturing approach to face the emotional challenges that arise during difficult times in life. I share the conviction that time is a powerful ally in the journey of emotional healing. Finding inner peace. To find this inner peace, we need to remember that we cannot control the feelings of others. Everyone expresses and receives love in unique ways. Some people prefer affectionate words, while others value gestures of care and quality time spent together. It is crucial to respect these differences while also taking care of our own needs. Additionally, it is a mistake to believe that our happiness depends exclusively on another person. True happiness comes from virtue, something that is within our reach. Relationships are important, but we should not place all our happiness in them. By understanding and embracing these Stoic principles, we can liberate ourselves from emotional dependencies, cultivate a deeper sense of self-worth, and build more authentic and fulfilling connections with others. Treating people as property. Many times, we treat people as if they were our property, which generates feelings of jealousy and frustration. Remember that no one belongs to another person. Our only true possessions are our abilities to think and choose. Understanding these principles frees us from emotional bonds, allowing us to build healthier and more fulfilling relationships. Overcoming the end of a relationship. The end of a relationship can be painful, but with time and reflection, we can overcome the pain and move forward. Sometimes, we need a more personal and nurturing approach to face emotional challenges. Time is a powerful ally in the journey of emotional healing. Finding true inner peace. By accepting that we cannot control the feelings of others and that our happiness does not depend solely on another person, we find true inner peace. By respecting the different ways each person expresses and receives love, we take better care of ourselves and build healthier and more fulfilling relationships. The wisdom of Marcus Aurelius. As the wise Marcus Aurelius stated, our lives are in constant flux, and it is natural for both joy and pain to alternate in this eternal cycle. When we face the end of a relationship, it is normal to feel lost and overwhelmed. However, it is important to recognize that pain is an inherent part of the healing process. Avoiding these feelings only prolongs the suffering. Instead, we should embrace our vulnerability and allow the tears to flow freely, thus honoring our process of healing. It is true that in moments of anguish, many of us turn to unhealthy coping mechanisms, such as substance use or evasive behaviors. However, it is essential to understand that these temporary solutions do not offer true healing. They only mask the pain, leaving unresolved issues behind. Embracing Stoic teachings. By embracing Stoic teachings, we can navigate the emotional turmoil of a breakup with greater resilience and clarity. Accepting the impermanence of life and relationships helps us cultivate gratitude for the moments shared and the personal growth achieved. This mindset allows us to heal, grow, and eventually find joy again, grounded in a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. The teachings of Stoicism. The teachings of Stoicism invite us to recognize the impermanence of everything around us, including relationships. While it is painful to accept the end of a significant connection, it is also an opportunity to cultivate gratitude for the moments shared and the personal growth that emerged from the experience. By accepting that life is a cycle of constant changes and that pain is a natural part of this process, we find strength and wisdom to move forward. Facing pain head-on, instead of avoiding it, allows us to truly heal and grow from these experiences. Marcus Aurelius teaches us that by recognizing the transience of things, we can value moments of joy even more and learn from periods of pain. Embracing vulnerability. Therefore, when going through the end of a relationship, remember that it is normal to feel pain and sadness. These feelings are part of the healing process. Allow yourself to feel, to cry, and to honor your emotions. Avoiding pain only prolongs suffering. Instead, embrace your vulnerability and let time and reflection do their work. Seeking healthy solutions. Seek healthy solutions to face the pain. Substances and evasive behaviors may offer temporary relief, but they do not solve the problem. Face the pain with courage and acceptance. Recognize that everything is impermanent, including relationships. Use this wisdom to cultivate gratitude for the moments shared and to grow personally. Finding strength in Stoic wisdom. Finally, remember the words of Marcus Aurelius: life is in constant flux, and it is natural for joy and pain to alternate. Accept this reality, find peace in impermanence, and use each experience as an opportunity to become stronger and wiser. By embracing Stoic teachings, we can navigate the emotional turmoil of a breakup with greater resilience and clarity, finding joy and growth even in the midst of pain. Facing unexpected illnesses with courage and resilience. Imagine going for a routine medical checkup and suddenly receiving an unexpected and severe diagnosis. This type of news can profoundly shake our emotional foundations, leaving us feeling lost and groundless. However, it is precisely in these moments that courage and resilience become indispensable. Facing a serious illness requires more than just medical treatments. It demands an inner strength that we often don't realize we possess. Beginning the healing process from within. True healing begins from within. Upon discovering a serious illness, the first reaction is often shock and fear, but it is crucial to remember that we have an inner strength capable of helping us find peace and acceptance. Embracing this inner strength is the first step. By accepting reality and finding a purpose, we can start the recovery process with hope and determination. An inspiring story of overcoming adversity. Consider the inspiring story of a woman diagnosed with cancer. Initially devastated by the diagnosis, she chose to adopt a resilient and positive mindset. She decided to live each day with purpose and gratitude, transforming her perspective on life. This approach not only helped her overcome the disease, but also renewed her in ways that exceeded medical expectations. Her story demonstrates the transformative power of a positive mindset. The role of the mind in recovery. Our minds play a fundamental role in how we perceive and respond to life's challenges. By cultivating a mindset of resilience and gratitude, we can turn even the most difficult situations into opportunities for growth and renewal. For instance, in moments of pain and uncertainty, remembering that we are stronger than we think can be incredibly empowering. By embracing our humanity and trusting in our potential for healing, we are capable of facing any challenge with courage and compassion. Embracing humanity and inner strength. In moments of anguish, many of us turn to unhealthy coping mechanisms, such as substance use or evasive behaviors. However, these temporary solutions do not offer true healing. They only mask the pain, leaving unresolved issues behind. The teachings of Stoicism invite us to recognize the impermanence of everything around us, including our health. By facing pain head-on and embracing our vulnerability, we allow true healing and growth to occur. As we navigate through the process of recovery, it's essential to find healthy ways to manage pain and emotional distress. This approach helps us cultivate gratitude for each moment and fosters personal growth even amidst adversity. Emotional management. While positive thinking is comforting, it alone does not change the reality of the illness. However, how we manage our emotions can significantly influence how we face the obstacle. Guilt, for example, has no place in dealing with a disease. Thinking about regrets or how we could have avoided the situation only consumes energy and diverts focus from what really matters. In challenging moments, it is crucial to practice acceptance, seek calm, and nurture resilience. Fear of death and reflection on life. Another complex aspect that an unexpected illness brings is the fear of death. Feeling vulnerable in the face of life's finitude is natural, but allowing this fear to dominate us only increases our suffering. For the Stoics, the true fear is not death itself, but living a life without purpose. Reflecting on our mortality invites us to consider what we truly value and seek a deeper meaning for our existence. Change of priorities. Faced with a difficult diagnosis, our priorities often change. Issues that once seemed important become trivial. But do we need to wait for an extreme situation to start living fully? Stoicism encourages us to reflect on the purpose of our life and embrace each moment with gratitude and intensity. The power of Stoicism. The true power of Stoicism lies in its ability to make us confront reality with courage and acceptance. By recognizing that we can only control our actions, we can face life's challenges with serenity, knowing that we did our best given the circumstances. Embracing Stoic wisdom in daily life. Stoicism teaches us to confront our fears and uncertainties with a calm and rational mindset. When dealing with illness, this philosophy encourages us to focus on what we can control, our responses, attitudes, and choices. By embracing these principles, we can find strength in our resilience and peace in our acceptance of life's impermanence. Living fully despite adversity. Reflecting on our mortality and the temporary nature of life can be a powerful motivator to live more fully and purposefully. Instead of waiting for extreme situations to change our priorities, we can learn to value each day and find meaning in our everyday experiences. This approach not only helps us cope with illness, but also enriches our lives in profound ways. Final thoughts. In conclusion, Stoicism offers valuable insights and tools for navigating the emotional and existential challenges that come with serious illness. By accepting what we cannot change and focusing on what we can approach life with greater resilience, gratitude, and purpose. This mindset empowers us to face adversity with courage and to live each day to its fullest, regardless of the circumstances. A message of hope. For those facing a difficult illness, these words serve as a reminder that the key to healing lies within you. Find the strength to overcome this obstacle and remember that you are not alone on this journey. Cultivate a resilient mindset, embrace each day with purpose and gratitude, and face the challenges with courage and compassion. The harsh loss of a loved one. When we lose someone we love, we are thrown into a whirlwind of intense emotions. Sadness, anger, denial, and even guilt can consume us, leaving us disoriented in the face of this new reality. The sudden absence of a loved one creates a void that seems insurmountable, an emotional wound that may never fully heal. However, even amidst this overwhelming pain, Stoic teachings offer a glimmer of hope. Seneca, facing his own exile, wrote words of comfort to his mother, reminding her that it is better to allow the pain to manifest than to try to suppress it. He teaches us the importance of honoring our feelings, finding a balance between giving in to sadness and preserving our emotional sanity. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, advises us to let the tears flow freely but also to recognize that there comes a time when we need to move forward. If we surrender too much to the pain, we risk becoming trapped in a vicious cycle of negative emotions, hindering our own healing process. Embracing Stoic wisdom in grief. The Stoics encourage us to acknowledge our grief and to accept it as a natural response to loss. By doing so, we allow ourselves to process the pain and begin the journey toward healing. This acceptance does not mean we forget or diminish the importance of our loved ones, but rather that we honor their memory by living fully and finding meaning in our own lives. Moving forward with strength. Stoic teachings remind us that while it is essential to grieve, it is equally important to find the strength to continue living. This balance between mourning and moving forward helps us navigate the emotional turmoil of loss with greater resilience and clarity. By embracing our vulnerability and allowing ourselves to feel, we can heal more profoundly and emerge stronger. Final thoughts. In conclusion, whether facing a severe illness or the loss of a loved one, Stoic wisdom offers a pathway to resilience and hope. By accepting what we cannot change and focusing on our inner strength and virtues, we can confront life's challenges with courage and grace. This mindset empowers us to find peace amidst turmoil and to honor our experiences by living fully and purposefully. Embracing grief with Stoic wisdom. Just as Seneca and Marcus Aurelius teach us, each of us faces grief in our own unique way. There is no set timeline for overcoming it. Even in the darkest moments, it is normal to feel overwhelmed, especially when it seems like we cannot find a way out. It's like digging a deeper and deeper hole without ever seeing the light. Seneca believed that the best way to deal with grief is through reason, personal responsibility, and commitment to our own emotional well-being. He teaches us that we need to make this decision consciously, for if we do not, fate will not do it for us. Acceptance and the Stoic perspective. For the Stoics, accepting death and grief does not mean ignoring or forgetting the person who has passed away, but rather recognizing that they are no longer physically present and learning to live with that reality. A different way to see things is to understand that nothing we possess truly belongs to us, everything is as if it were on loan. Epictetus tells us that the antidote to dealing with the pain of loss is not to close ourselves off to avoid future pain, but to accept and embrace the temporariness of all things. He teaches us that we can find solace in the idea that what we love does not truly belong to us. Finding meaning in loss. Accepting the love we had without allowing sadness and loss to make us bitter is a challenge, but it is also a significant achievement for a grieving heart. Stoic philosophy can be a valuable guide in such moments, offering principles to assimilate our new reality and practical methods to deal with our losses. Philosophical meditation is a process of overcoming, sharing, and moving forward. Therefore, share this video with a friend who might need it, and remember, one thing that is free and won't cost you anything is subscribing to the channel and liking the video. Now we conclude here, my friends. Thank you for watching and see you next time.